Hey guys, this is Julie. I am back again with another video, everybody. Welcome, welcome. The sun is shining so bright. I was like, I do not have my light on. The sun is out, you guys. Um, Hopefully it's gonna be hot soon. I really like the summertime. Well, I like the spring. My birthday is May 10th, so I really enjoy the springtime. But welcome, welcome, you guys. My name is Joy. For those of you that are new to me in this channel, I am a coach for narcissistic abuse. I am also a love oracle and a tarot reader. All right, you guys. I have been dealing with narcissists for 5+ years. I dealt with a female narc, which was my aunt. I dealt with a male narc, which was somebody that I was dating. All right, and I've also dealt with a borderline for 4 months. All right, you guys. So just a little bit about me. Hopefully you guys are staying healthy around this time, making sure you're exercising, drinking your water, everybody. I know that I said I was going to be on here roughly between 5 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I don't know if any of you guys got the notice. You probably didn't, but but yeah, you guys, welcome, welcome. I do have an interesting topic for those of you that are dealing with depression in regards to narcissistic abuse. This could be definitely something that you are fighting. I got my inspiration from Instagram, which was Real Depression Project. You guys follow that if you haven't already. And for those of you that haven't already, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. Make sure that you're following me on Facebook. I do Facebook Lives as well. And also, I did want to say, so I still have my giveaway going on. So if you guys would like a chance to enter in to get a 15-minute coaching session with me, all right, at the end of the month, I am going to be picking a winner. So make sure that you do enter in to win. And in that 15-minute coaching session, we could talk about anything that you have a question or a problem, or you need advice about narcissistic abuse, and we will discuss it and go from there. All right. So make sure you take advantage of that. And also, I do have a 90-day program. I know I said I was going to call it Heal After Abuse, but I kind of wanted to make it, I want to put a different name. I think Overcome Narcissistic Abuse will be better. What do you guys think about that? But yeah, it's going to be for 90 days, just to give you guys a little, a sneak peek. It's going to be a 90-day coaching program where we'll be going one-on-one each day, weekly on the phones. You'll get full support from me. And you'll definitely be getting some worksheets to do, some assignments in between. And we are definitely going to make you and help you to accomplish overcoming narcissistic abuse. I've helped other people, with my video courses, with my audio courses, and even one-on-one sessions, helping them to heal, helping them to overcome, maybe low self-esteem or their confidence, helping them to get more confidence, to move on, to heal properly, to don't look back to the narcissist. So like I said, not only have I've healed myself, but I've healed other people. So most definitely want to be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I'm going to do another video where I will be talking about, the details in regards to the 90-day program called Overcome Narcissistic Abuse. I think you guys are really going to like it. I'm pretty excited about it and I can't wait. So yeah. Now, and I don't know if some of you guys noticed that there was like a lag in my internet. So I'm gonna have to get another kind of laptop because I think the laptop that I have, I think the webcam was messing up. So I am doing this on my phone, but it works just fine. So we're gonna do this until my laptop comes in, you guys. I will keep you posted. But also, I am gonna be doing a webinar very soon. I'm gonna be doing some live training, some live workshops. So you guys definitely stay tuned to that. I have a lot of good things coming out. I want to help as many people as I can overcome narcissistic abuse, beat it, fight it, whatever it is that you need to do. We're going to do this together, heal together. So most definitely, let's go ahead and get into the topic at hand here. You guys know I love my notes. But so we're going to talk about what those with depression constantly fight. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I realized that a lot of us, we do go through depression when we're dealing with the narcissist. It's like, a lot of us are feeling sad. We feel miserable. We feel like nobody loves us. We feel like nobody wants us, and that's just not the case. It's just, we've been through a traumatic experience. A lot of us, we do experience PTSD, which I will be making another video about it because I noticed that, they had a lot of comments, and I feel like, you know, a lot of us, we don't really recognize that, and it's actually it's a disorder. You know what I mean? So it's like a diagnose, you know, like I said before, people that have experienced really traumatic events, meaning, you know, maybe, yeah, like someone ever got raped, or somebody, you know, was in a war, or, you know, somebody might have been in slavery, or, you know, somebody just might have experienced domestic violence, domestic abuse, domestic trauma. Somebody could have been in a concentration camp. That is something where you might experience post-traumatic stress disorder. So most definitely, you know, it's something that you can't forget. It's something that plays in on your mind over and over and over again. And it's hard to let it go. It's hard to move on from it. Now, narcissistic abuse is actually something to move on from. It's hard to forget it. But again, it's something that you can overcome. Like I said, I've done it. I've helped other people do it. So trust me, it might not be overnight. It might not be within a 90-day period. It might not even be with a 6-month period, but at least you will get onto that path of healing, that journey of healing, and you will be taking action steps to help you to overcome narcissistic abuse. And as I said, with my help, I will help you to do that, because like I said, I've done it and I've helped others do it. And let's see here. But yeah, it's important, because again, you do experience depression when you are fighting narcissistic abuse, you know, and some of us, you know, it takes us a while to forget about it, or it takes us a while to go through the, you know, the whole process of depression, you know, meaning where you don't sleep, you don't eat, you don't want to get out of the bed, you don't want to see family and friends, you don't want to interact with the world, you know, you just stay to yourself. You know, you don't even take showers. Some people that fight depression, you know, you isolate yourself, you know, you talk down on yourself. Some of us, we might have thoughts of suicide. God forbid any of this stuff that I'm saying is happening to any of y'all. But again, I know we all go through it. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna kind of go through what, you know, I believe what you might fight. And again, I definitely did get my inspiration from a Real Depression Project. And when you guys are viewing this, make sure you do give this video a like. It's very much appreciated. And also make sure that you do subscribe to the channel, you guys, so that way you can get more notifications on when I do go live. But yeah, with those with depression, constantly fight. Also, I'm gonna go live on my Facebook too, for those of you that follow me on Facebook. It's Live Narc Free as well. But yeah, so you might fight stigma. Now, stigma is a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person characteristics or personal trait. All right. So it could be, you know, somebody, you might say like, oh, I'm feeling depressed or something like that. So somebody would automatically, maybe let's say, judge you for it. You know, you might go through, you know, where you don't want to be judged, or you don't want to feel like, you know, ridiculed or ashamed. So some of you, you might not even tell somebody you're feeling depressed, or you might just stay to yourself, and some of your family and friends might assume that you're depressed. And so some of them, they might not even want to come around you. So just be careful about that. They might want to like stay away, or some family and friends might be concerned, and they might say, hey, reach out to someone for help, or, you know, get a coach, get a counselor, or, you know, go to a church, go to community boards or message boards or something like that. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a stigma when it comes to dealing with depression. People will judge you, unfortunately. But again, that's something that I've learned, is never judge. And I used to judge myself because I felt ashamed about what I went through. But I realized that what I went through could actually help other people, and I have helped folks. So that definitely is rewarding for me. So yeah, that's always a blessing. But yeah, so yeah, and just to give you an example, it says like, you know, a bully in their head telling them how horrible they are for being in a depressive state, you know. So a lot of us, we get depressed and we feel bad about that, you know. So, you know, overcoming that stigma is definitely something that's a constant fight. Another constant fight is flashbacks. Now, this is something that is always going to be a fight until you overcome narcissistic abuse. Like, you're always going to be remembering what happened to you, what they said, what they did, how they made you feel, how they put you down. You're also going to remember the good parts too. That's the whole cognitive dissonance. I'm going to be making a video about that as well. But you're going to be having flashbacks, good and bad. A lot of us, depending on how long your relationship was or what you had to endure, most of the time it's going to be, you're going to remember the bad, because a lot of us, we kind of gravitate towards the negative. So you're going to remember what bad they did to you, especially if they really screwed you over. Now, some of you guys, if you still love them, you still miss them, or you still want to be with them, or you still might fantasize of them, being a better person or them changing, then you might want to remember the good, so that way you can return to them. And I understand that's something that a lot of us, we do that. We go back to the narcissist. But the thing is, we learn the hard way that that's not in our best and our highest interest. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, yeah, flashbacks. Now, another thing that those with depression constantly fight is with medication and side effects. Now, some of us, some therapists or anxiety after dealing with the narcissist. Some of us can't sleep. So you might go to like a doctor or something, and they might prescribe you to take some medication, and that medication might make you lose weight, or it might make you gain weight. So just be careful about that. If that's something that you're dealing with, always try to look for things where you can kind of self-medicate, not really taking any medication. I wouldn't recommend taking any medication unless your mind is just constantly going and you can't stop it, or if you're having like panic attacks or some sort of anxiety. I know that there are some people that do take medications after dealing with narcissistic abuse, or just dealing with depression in general. All right. Now, also with those, and again, you can be depressed about anything, but I understand that a lot of us, we constantly fight depression after you've been abused by the narcissist, or some of you guys are still with the narcissist. And I'm not judging or anything. I'm just saying, like, some of us, we still haven't, taken that action steps to remove ourselves. And again, it's probably due to circumstances, many things. It's no judgment on anybody, but it's just, once you have that clarity, you realize, like, you need to move forward, you need to move away from this person because they're really unhealthy, then that's when you can start to make the changes, Now, what also is important with those that fight depression is, physical exhaustion. You're tired because, again, you're not sleeping properly, you're not eating, you're staying in the bed all day, you might just be feeling lazy. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to go out and walk around. You just feel bad about yourself. And this is something, if you're dealing with depression, this is something that you have to constantly fight. All right. Also, mental fog and concentration difficulties. Again, when you're dealing with depression, it's a fight for you to get out and go about your everyday life. It's a fight for you to go back to, your usual routine, because you're focusing on what happened. And it's understandable because, again, you probably have post-traumatic stress disorder. You know what I mean? So that is something, you're going to have difficulties getting back into your groove. And don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up. But understand that this is something that you're going to have to deal with, and you're going to have to fight, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions for this person, your own mental talk. You're going to be confused. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be feeling pain, feeling disbelief, grieving, crying, screaming, shouting, all that stuff. You're going to go through all of that, so just be aware of that. Again, and this is next, sad and grief. So I don't recommend grieving by yourself. That's why I said I do offer the coaching sessions. And like I said, the 90-day program, Overcoming Narcissistic Abuse, is coming out. And like I said, I've helped those that were depressed, and those that were grieving, that were sad, and they got the insight and the clarity and the understanding, and they discovered why they were going through it. You know what I mean? So yeah, but this is something that you are going to fight. You're going to fight sadness. You're going to feel sad because something ended. There was a relationship, a person that you might have loved this person. You might have cared about them. You might have thought that they loved you. You might have thought that they cared about you, but you come to the realization that they didn't. They never did. They never will. And you might see them move on to someone else and try to pretend like they love that other person. But don't get it twisted. They don't. They don't love that other person. They didn't love you. So what makes you think they're going to love somebody else? You know what I mean? So always remember that. Um, so another thing that those with depression constantly fight is numbness and inability to get pleasure out of anything. Now, to be honest, everything that I'm listed on here, these are all things that I've went to. So don't think for a second that, I'm a saint or I didn't go through any of this. Yes, I went. The only thing that I didn't go through, I didn't take the medication side effects. I didn't take any medication for narcissistic abuse, but the counselor that I was talking to, although she wasn't specialized in narcissistic abuse, which is, something I realized was a mistake. That's why I always recommend, if you dealt with narcissistic abuse, you want to talk to someone that's dealt with it. You know what I mean? Because they can really help you. But yeah, I didn't take any medication, but the whole numbness and the inability to get pleasure out of anything, I've definitely felt that when I dealt with my male narc, and even my aunt, like after I realized what she was doing, I felt like naked. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I was in shock, and I just couldn't see how I could be happy knowing that she was really after like me in a way, like she was trying to hurt me. You know what I mean? And even like after I broke it off with a narcissist and I found out that he moved on to someone else, I was hurt. I like literally remember myself. I was in Starbucks. I remember to this day. It was in the year 2000 and what was it? 2014. I remember I was at Starbucks and I couldn't think about anything. Literally, only thing I could think about was what happened, the betrayal, how I felt hurt, how I felt sad, I felt confused, I was shocked, and tears just came out of my eyes, literally. Like while I was trying to pretend like everything was okay. I was going on about my life. Even like my therapist, she said, "Joy, you try to make it seem like you're doing okay, like you're not hurting or like you're not sad because some of the times you want to numb the pain, you want to numb the grief because you don't want to feel it. You know what I mean? And it's hurtful to think that somebody could betray you or somebody could lie to you and use you and abuse you. You know what I mean? And it's another PTSD symptom. It's a disorder that you go through. You know what I mean? But again, with proper coaching and proper research done and getting the help that you need, it will, trust me, help you to overcome narcissistic abuse in due time. Um, but yeah, you will feel numb. Like you will feel like your whole world is just done. Like everything's just stopped. Like there's nothing else to do because what the narcissist does is they get you to feel like you can't live your life without them. Like you literally need them for everything, literally. You know what I mean? So, and you guys can leave comments and let me know, like if I'm missing anything in regards to, what other people might constantly fight when they're dealing with depression, and let me know if you guys agree with that. And again, if I'm missing something, let me know. Leave it in the comments. But yeah, the inability to get pleasure out of life when you're depressed because you feel like, again, your life is done with, your life is over. Again, some people attempt suicide, I mean, like I said, me personally, I didn't get to that point, but some others, they do, they end up doing those type of things. You know what I mean? So just be careful with that. And then, the second to last is feeling like a burden. You know what I mean? You feel like, like you are a responsibility to a lot of people and, like dead weight. You feel like, maybe you're trying to get back on your feet and you feel like you can't take care of yourself, or maybe you feel like it's just a lot to handle the situation and you can't bear it. So you feel like you're putting burdens on other people by you being depressed, by you being sad, by you not being able to enjoy your life. This is like a constant fight, Now, appetite difficulties, as I said before, not eating properly, not eating at all, maybe just drinking water, not even drinking water, like none or access. Now, some of us, we might overdo it when we're depressed. We might eat too much, and then others, we don't eat at all. So it just literally depends on your situation. I know like when you're going through a heartbreak, you don't want to eat anything. I know some of us, like me personally, when I was going through my heartbreak, I would want to eat like ice cream and chips, which is not good for you like that. But that was really like my go-to. For sure. Whenever I got hurt by somebody or whenever I was feeling depressed, I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to stay to myself. And I remember I got sick and all that stuff. So, yeah, just be mindful. So, these are definitely things that you might constantly fight when you're dealing with depression. Definitely reach out for help. Reach out to me. Book a coaching session with me. As I said, I do have my 90-day program coming out, so I will give you guys more details. Also, I do have my video, my audio courses that will definitely help you. In the meantime, 7 steps to move on after the narcissist and 5 signs you're dealing with the narcissist. That information is in the description box. All right, you guys. So again, hopefully this helps. And again, please leave feedback. Let me know if I'm leaving something out, if there's anything for those that deal with depression, what else do they constantly fight? You guys leave it in the comment box. All right. And don't forget, I'm still giving away my 15-minute free coaching session to have a one-on-one chat with me. I love to meet all of you guys. I'm picking the winner at the end of the month, so make sure you don't miss that. And make sure you do subscribe to my channel, like, share. So yeah, be on the lookout for many more great things to come. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay away from the narcissist. And all right, love you guys. Bye.